Hello, everybody. It is me, Real American Politics, and today it is time we finally do a house map and explaining what I think the house map is going to look like and how I think this November is going to play out. Now, before we start, I need you guys to do something real quick. Hit that like button down below, subscribe, hit that bell, and share with your friends, your grandma, whoever, and help them subscribe. Because at the end of the month, if we can get to 1,000 subs, I will have a special video out to thank you guys. I'm not going to say what it is, but you will see eventually. Now, we're going to start off with the competitive races according to 270 to win. Now, I don't agree with this map one bit with the competitive races, but again, we'll look at other close races in a little bit. First, we got to start the competitive races according to 270 to win. The first one is TJ Cox's 21st district. Personally, that was the closest election in 2018. I think that's going to flip back to Republicans based on what we saw in Mike Garcia's race, which is going to flip again. Now, Trump didn't do that well in those two districts. He'll probably do a little bit better. But I think, based on what we're seeing in California, based on Mark Garcia's stunning win, I think we're going to see a red wave this year in California. Something, not a big wave, but some kind of wave. Then we got California's 48th. This is an interesting one because Trump lost it by almost 2. And if he can win it, I think it personally could flip. And I think it will flip at the end of the day. Reason I say that is because I guarantee you there's going to be some kind of red wave this year in California. It's not going to be like, oh, Trump's going to win it or get it within 15, but he's going to get a little bit closer and be able to flip some of these districts in California back to Republicans. Now, we got Florida 26th. Personally, I think that the Democrats can hold on to this. That's in the southern part of Florida. I don't think that Trump's going to do good there. He didn't do good there last time. I don't think it's possible for it to flip back, but right now I don't think it's possible. We got Georgia 7th. Personally, I think that's going to flip. Last time around, it just barely went to the Democrats and Republicans. It's just, I don't think it's going to be there for Trump. He's going to win the district, but I think it's going to be extremely tight. So yeah, I think it's going to flip at the end of the day, but Trump's still going to win the district. Now we got Iowa's first. I think Trump's going to flip that. Iowa's second. I think Trump's going to flip that. Iowa's third. I think Trump's going to help flip that. Now again, I should not say Trump will flip it, but he'll help flip it back to the House. Now, the reason I say Iowa second is because Lorbesk is not running again. And that's the main reason why I say that. If he was still running, I would probably say it would stay Democrat for now. But it's trending more and more Republican. I could see it happening. Indiana's 5th. I don't know why that's a competitive race, but that's not going to Biden or Democrats at all. Trump's going to win that by 12. And the Representatives are going to win that easily by 10 or 11. So I don't see why that's a competitive race. Maine's second, that's flipping. With Trump on the ballot, it's easily going to flip. Minnesota 7th. This is where I have to say, if this was back in May, I think Collin Peterson would personally win because he's been there since 1991. And even when Trump won it by like 31 last time, he still won it by 4. But things have changed completely in where I think that Collin Peterson will lose this November. Probably by a point or two. And Trump will probably win the district by 36. With Minnesota keep trending more red. It's not impossible. But I think it's going to happen. Like, I personally think it's going to happen. It's not impossible for Peterson to win, but I think it's going to happen that he's going to lose. The 2 North Carolina seats, that's not flipping at all. Nebraska's second. I think that's going to stay Republican. Mostly because Trump on the ballot, he's going to win by 2. and Bacon's going to win it by 1.5, more than likely, maybe 2. Jeff Van Drew, he's going to win that seat easily. He's going to win it by 8. He won it by 7 in 2018. Now he's Republican. He kind of has cross appeal now. New Mexico second, I think it's going to flip back, mostly with Trump on the ballot. It's going to easily flip back because Trump won this district by 11. It's probably going to go to a Republican by around 2 or 3-ish. It could be closer, but I personally think it's going to flip. New York second, I think that's going to stay Republican, even though they don't have Peter King. I think it's going to be within about 3, 4-ish. It's going to be a little bit closer, but I don't know. New York's 11th. In a blue wave year, that's not that good. He only won it by 6. But I think it will hold on at the end of the day. Yeah, I'll hold on to the end of the day, I believe. New York's 22nd, however, I think it's going to flip back pretty easily. Ohio's first, that's not competitive. That's going to go to Trump by 8. Chabot's going to win it by 6, probably. Kendra Horn, she won it by 1.5 with Trump on the ballot. That's flipping. Don't give me this nonsense that the Republicans, they have 0 chance that Oklahoma's 5th. It went to Trump by 14. And that's in the southern part of the state. That's in the safe state for Republicans. So it's going to flip. I mean, it should stay. Yeah, it will flip to Republicans. Sorry, my mistake. Pennsylvania's 8th, I think. It'll stay blue. Pennsylvania's 10th, that's staying red. Now we got South Carolina's first. This is an interesting race, to say the least. Personally, I think that Cunningham's going to lose. Trump's going to win that easily by 13-12. While the Republican's going to win it by 3 or 4, maybe 5. I don't see Cunningham winning. These are not competitive races, these two. They're not. I mean, maybe Texas 22nd. It could be within 2. But again, I don't. It just, with Trump on the ballot in these 2 parts, yeah, it may hurt them a little bit. But I think it's going to go Republican by 2 points here and probably by 3 points here. Texas 24th. Yeah, it's going to stay red. Utah's 4th. I think that's going to flip. Trump's going to do eons better in Utah without the Mormon vote. And quite frankly, with the Canada running Republicans, they're going to flip that. I think they're going to win by 3 or 4 in that county district. Trump's going to win that district probably by 10. Virginia 7th. It probably goes red. But it could be close. But I think it's going to stay red. I mean, it's going to flip red, I should say. And with that, we have Democrats at 224 and Republicans at 221. Now, you might be asking yourself, how can the Republicans get to that magical 218 they need to take back the House? Well, there's several districts they can take a look at. And we're going to go state by state on this one. And the first state we're going to look at is this great state of Wisconsin. Now, Ron Kind. This is an interesting seat in Wisconsin. Ron Kind, yes, he's been here forever. But the Republicans are running a halfway decent candidate in Van Orden that I think it could flip. And with Trump on the ballot in particular, Trump's going to do better, I think, in this district than he did in 2016. I think Van Orden's going to win. Now, we could go over at Michigan. There's a few we could flip in Michigan. There we go. I'm talking about Michigan's 8th and Michigan 11th. I think those two will flip. The numbers are pointing to, for sure, Michigan 8th, especially with Trump, and Michigan 11th, maybe. And you could probably see these races getting a little bit closer. Like, I'm not saying that a Republican's going to win in Michigan's 13th or Michigan 13th. But I'm saying it might be a little bit closer. So with Michigan 5th, it's not going to flip, but it's going to get closer. And yeah, there's no way that, like, none of these are going to flip Republican at all in Michigan. Now, you can go to Minnesota also, in the Minneapolis area. I'm not specifically talking about these 3 districts. I'm talking about the southern one, Minnesota 2nd. I think that could flip. Trump won that district, and in 2018, Republicans had the district, but they lost it in the midterms. So it could easily flip back. Now, they gotta win 3 more seats. Well, there is a couple of them you could easily, not really easily, but you could make a case for. Pennsylvania's 8th and Pennsylvania's 17th. Pennsylvania 17th and Pennsylvania 8th could flip, especially with party registration, where Republicans are absolutely annihilating Democrats in those 2 districts by huge numbers. Now, there's still one more that Republicans need to flip. And I'm making a case in Washington's 8th. This is a district Trump did fairly well in, and this isn't a long-term incumbent. This is his first time in Congress. So I think it could flip. And with Trump on the ballot, I think it will flip. And yeah, that is my personal prediction for this House election. I think Republicans will, at the end of the day, take back the House. This is what I think is going to happen, at the very least. We could do a full-on projection where, like, you know, Republicans take back in Illinois. They go to Illinois and they go take back 14th in the 6th district, you know? And then, I mean, I could keep going on and on. Like, they could take back 19th district of New York, and they could take back 1st district of New Hampshire, and maybe even push for Nevada's 3rd. And it could go on and on and on. Do I think some of these will happen? I don't think with Nevada or New Hampshire's, but the rest of these I think it could happen. And yeah, I believe that is my prediction. I think at the end of the day, Republicans will get around 220 votes. Early on was with just the competitive races. I don't buy some of these competitive races. Like, how is Arizona's 1st not competitive, yet Ohio's 1st and Indiana's 5th is? It's like, no, it's dumb. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video on the House elections. End of the day, I think Republicans take back the House 223 to 212. There's other places they can make gains at, like they can make a gain in Kansas 3rd, and make a little bit of gains in Houston and Dallas areas of Texas. Or even if they really want to stretch Arizona 1st. There's a lot of places Republicans can make gains at. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, hit that like button down below, subscribe, share this video with your friends, your family, etc. So we can reach 1,000 subs by the end of this month. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next video.